Good evening, all, and welcome to the Tactical Devils. I'm your host, Jarvis, and with me tonight I have Stu Wally. Yes, he's back from Manchester and the Wolves game. So tonight it will be Jarvis and Stu, the dynamic duo, and there will be lots to talk about. We will do the preview of the Leeds game coming up Sunday. I think it's a 12:30 kickoff. It's an easy, it's an early kickoff, so that will be interesting against our old rival. We will go through the tactics. We will go through what we think Daniel Farke will do with this Leeds team, and it's like a guess game, but we will try to guess what Rúben Amorim is going to do tactically and how we can beat this Leeds team. There will also be some updates. There are some news about Jimmy or James Garner at Everton. There are some updates on Kone going on a loan. There are strong rumors about Manuel Ugarte leaving in January, and we will talk about the Rúben Amorim press conference, and we will give our predictions. So you guys, you got to think of it. How do you think the score will be? And we will come to it at the end of the show. I see a lot of people have tuned in already. We have already a super chat from the legend I Am Titanium. So guys, girls, do us all a favor. Smash the like and subscribe if this is your first time on the Tactical Devils. And we will be back after this short intro. Yes, boom, 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 and the Tactical Devils are live. It's Friday night. It's 8:30, 8:20 UK time, 21:22 in Norwegian time. But guys, girls, the Tactical Devils are back. We are doing the Leeds preview. I see a lot of people have tuned in already. Nice to see. Belal, we will come to your super chat after Stu has told us a little bit about. Where's my manners? Rewind. Bzz. Bzz. Happy New Year, everybody.
Yes,
good to see you all.
Absolutely.
How was your New Year's Eve, Stu?
Well, we always have a quiet one. But my lad Jake, he was DJing on his new decks that he had for Christmas. So he's DJing. And he had a great time. They were partying until about 7 in the morning. 7:15. I think he just beat me old Jarvis there. To 7 in the morning, but no, I had a great one. We always have a quiet one. We had a brilliant Christmas. Really enjoyed meeting Sean, of course, from United versus Everybody. That was a real treat. That was.
Yes, tell us a little bit about the game.
Yeah,
you went to the Wolves game, and you met up with Sean, United versus Everybody, and
I did. I'm not a match goer anymore, as you know, but my lad is. So there was an opportunity for us to get hold of some tickets. So myself, my brother, my son, and my 2 nephews, we all went up, went into Hotel Football, had some lunch, met there with Sean and Dylan. They came over and we had a pint and a catch up and a real chat, really. And it was great to see Dylan. Dylan's obviously his first time at United, I think, when we were playing Newcastle, so he was still buzzing. And that was the last time we were buzzing because the game itself was fucking woeful. I mean, it was just awful. The whole game, it was just horrible. And I remember thinking after about 60 minutes, there's no way we're scoring again. It just isn't happening. And I couldn't see a way through, and I couldn't see a way for us to beat Wolves. It was terrible.
Yeah.
Some shocking decisions again by Amorim. Some terrible decisions. I mean, we were right, really, Jarvis. I said it. If you remember, I said he'd have to go with a back three. He'd have to play 60. I thought his removal of Xerxes at half time was stupid. I didn't get that. I felt a bit sorry for Jack Fletcher. He's hung out to dry a bit, really, because he's just not suited to this team at this point. He really isn't. I feel so sorry for him because he's just trying his best to affect periods of the game, and it just didn't happen for him. Dorgu going back to the left side baffled me. I think it baffled the stadium, that did. what are you doing? Just at least keep Dorgu and Dalot on the same side that was so effective against Newcastle. Dorgu went back to being completely ineffective again.
Yeah,
really. He didn't have much effect on it at all. And then you got Martinez back in as the middle of the back three. Sorry, he was on the right of the back three, wasn't he? My memory says. But again, he couldn't affect the play. We just didn't affect the play. We missed Mount's dynamism. We missed Bruno's creativity or his attempted Hollywood passes. We might have actually got somewhere. Somebody had tried and attempted a Hollywood pass, even though he doesn't get back. Xerxes, I thought, was absolutely shocking. His goal was shocking. Everything about his performance was shocking. But taking him off was ridiculous because our balance completely went.
I agree.
Again, we had.
But it was lazy. It was really lazy. Didn't
track
back, didn't work.
Yeah, he was lazy all game.
I understand from a tactical point of view why Rúben Amorim did it because.
Oh, I get the tactical point of view, but we got nowhere to go. The thing is, there was nowhere to go. Once you took him off, there was nowhere to go. The only senior player on the bench was Yoro and Malacia, if you want to say senior, but he didn't. And then he brought on Montanto. He had a couple of good moments, but again, you're really going to struggle to get into the game at that age.
But he didn't play him as a right winger. He played him out of position. He played him as a right 10, and I think that was not the ideal position. He got a little bit crowded. I think as a youngster, you need the space. You need to be on the byline. You need to run up and down and make it
play as a winger. But I don't think Montanto understood that because he did come in deep a couple of times, but not enough. And so, all in all, it was just a piss poor performance, piss poor management, piss poor player ability. And I'll tell you something, fella, need to get taught a fucking lesson on Sunday at this rate because Leeds they're just no mugs.
Leeds looked brilliant at the moment. They just drew against Liverpool, and I saw that game. They were in control. They weren't stressed out. Okay, Liverpool are a better team, but they know how to take the chance. They controlled the game in certain parts of the game, and they didn't get dragged out or played over. I think they matched Liverpool really well.
Yeah, I mean, I know they should have scored. They scored a good goal yet again. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Yes, he was offside. He went a bit too early, but he finished it really well. And they had elements of the game where I thought they dominated Liverpool, and Liverpool just couldn't get to grips with Leeds. So I don't know what we're going to do. We've got to get some of these injured players back. But once again, we're slow. We're on the 1st of January. Crystal Palace signed Brennan Johnson. No pissing about. They got it done. Done deal. The end. He plays tomorrow. The end. We are dicking about already. We haven't got the luxury and the time to dick about. The only thing is, and this is the sad part about football, everything went our way yesterday or the day before, wherever we are.
Results-wise, from the other teams, 100%.
Everything went our way. So we are now a bona fide 6th. That's it. We are there. We are where we are. So we've got to be sharp. We've got to defend for our lives. We've got to put in a kind of Newcastle performance if we're going to get anything from Leeds. Really.
Well, I got to be honest, Stu, the Newcastle performance weren't all that. I think we were lucky in certain part of the games. Well, we need at least to put in the effort. We can't come in, a couple of 2-3 guys of the team is not putting in 100% and not doing their job defensively. It's okay, you are playing as a forward and all of that, playing on the break and playing on the counter and try to be, pragmatic in a way, but you need to put in the hard work. This is the modern type of football. There's no rest when you're on that pitch. Not even Lionel Messi could play in the modern game, at a high level, everybody got to commit and then do the job. And that's why Wolves were matching us. We had a couple of players who were hiding. They didn't do their job defensively. For me, I think this was the biggest problem. We couldn't create that box midfield. Ugarte and Casemiro were all alone. They had to defend everything around them. They didn't got any help from Cunha. They didn't get any help from Xerxes defensively. So, I think it was a tough game for both of them.
It's worth pointing out, though, that Wolves played very well. Now, I've seen all the... I've tried to catch up with as many as I can of the results and the reviews of the game, and nobody's given Wolves any credit, which is bang out of order, because Wolves played very, very well, very well. That Mane in particular was superb, absolutely superb. Gomez, couldn't quite believe what I was seeing. Played very well in the middle of the park for Wolves. Their striker, their number 14, a menace all game. He was dragging people around. He was bullying people. He was an absolute menace all game. And I can't remember most of the Wolves players because I don't recognise them. I really don't. But what I can tell you is that they gave everything. But here's the key thing. Rob Edwards did everything right because he snuffed out Cunha. As soon as Cunha had the ball, 3 players, all times, Mane, Gomez, and one other. And the one other player was dependent on where Cunha was on the pitch. So once he went into that zone, that's when the third player did it. So Cunha was a frustrated figure all game. He was trying way, way too hard, trying to affect the game, and it was costing us. And Wolves didn't do anything particularly brilliant tactically, but they utilised the skills and the strength that they had and could have beaten us.
Yeah, they could have.
I've seen it all, and you've got to give Wolves credit. You have to give Wolves credit. People won't like
your was it your brother-in-law or your brother?
My brother.
Your brother. He's a Wolves fan.
He's a United fan, but But little William, his son, my nephew, is a Wolves fan. So my brother was obviously you've got to look after him. He's only 12, so he's got to look after him, and he took him into the Wolves end. And so for that night, he was with Wills, and that's perfectly fine. I got no issue with that. But Wolves came, and Rob Edwards came, and he's done a job. And we warned about this. We warned about it. We said to them, "Watch what Wolves have been doing the last 3 games." And they are losing by 1 goal and 1 goal only. They've been unlucky. They were lucky against Arsenal. Could have got a draw against Liverpool. Could have got a draw against Villa. They have been playing well. So I don't want people to. Hey Jamie, Happy New Year, mate.
Big up, Jamie. Big up.
Happy New Year. I don't want people to not take away that Wolves actually did. Hey Mick, Happy New Year. Did play a decent game of football, and they are going to start to pick up points. But of course, the rhetoric is, fucking hell, Wolves haven't done fuck all season. They come to United to get a result. They played very well.
I fully understand where you're coming from, and I understand that you rate Wolves because they put in a good performance. They did, and they have done against Arsenal. They did it against Liverpool. So they are, better off than, let's say, the first 10, 15 games of the season.
Oh, definitely.
I get it. And they have a couple of players back from injury. The team, they have a little bit more competition. New players like Adekodare, the striker, is competing now with Strand Larsen. We have João Gomez in the midfield, putting in a shift. Other players, some of the Portuguese players are back. They have 2 guys called Bueno that's back from injury now. They bought a new player, the Norwegian guy called Wolfe. And he's been playing. He didn't play now because of the Portuguese guys, the Bueno guys coming back. And the thing is, they're starting to look more like a team, and they have a clear pathway. They have a clear style of play. They always played the 3-5-2 formation. They have some experience with Doherty and other players. So yeah, sure, they can be difficult to break down. But again, we are Man United. We are competing for Champions League. You said so yourself. 66 points. They are sitting dead last on 2 points. We are at home at Old Trafford, so nothing else than a win should be acceptable. So even though Wolves played okay and okay plus, we are allowed to be hypercritical against what happened and how Man United performed in that game, because we are better than that. We should perform better than, because we always fall back. We play a couple of good games and then we drop down again. And I think this is the problem. We saw it against Tottenham in the Europa League final. We saw it against Grimsby. We saw it against Everton. We've seen it in almost every game. For 5-minute spell, for 10-minute spell, for 15-minute spell, or for the full 90, as we did in those games I talked about. And I think this is the professionalism I miss from this team. Putting your neck down and just running, doing the hard work necessary, and not hiding. They have spells in games, they just disappears.
I
don't understand it, because for me, I feel it's mental.
So the way that we played, and bearing in mind he had no choice with that 11. I mean, he got nowhere to go. I bet if you look at our bench, our bench was atrocious. I mean, we just got nowhere to go. But when you actually look at, I mean, this is why I was been a season ticket holder for 30 odd years. And this is why I like live football, because you can see so much. You can concentrate on certain areas, and you're talking about off the ball play, particularly. And Wolves were hugely strong on their off the ball play. When there was turnover, they quickly got into their, and as well, you probably spoke about it, their 4-5-1. They quickly got into it. They quickly got into the smiling U shape at the back, the saddened face in the middle, and they made it difficult for us. And they shuffled across at the right time, and pushed up together as a unit and pushed back as a unit. Now we know we can't. We know we can't break a low block. We know that. But Wolves played a mid block, a low block. I heard you talk about it, a hybrid system. They did, and they did it very well. But what they did really well was utilize. I can't even believe I'm going to fucking say it again. I mean, I'm struggling to believe. I had to watch him with my own.
They used the number 10 brilliant. Number 10 is brilliant. They're dropping in front of our number 6s, and there was a big space there for me. And
there was, and they pushed everything through Gomez as well, and that was a shock for me. That's what really shocked me. They pushed everything through Gomez, and they pushed Mane on Cunha. And those were the three key elements to their success. Now, our own problem is we can't seem to work that out. We can't seem to understand it. We can't seem to deal with stuff like that. And this is where I agree with you. Totally agree with you. And you're right, as fans, we're entitled to have a pop at the players. I was livid. But I knew come 60 minutes, Jarvis, we were drawing the game or losing. You could just tell. I could just tell. If I could have got a message to you, I would have texted you and said, "We ain't winning this, pal." I just couldn't. There's just no signal in there, and you could just see the pattern. Now, what I liked about Wolves in particular was this: they did not sit back really and try and take the draw. They went to try and win the game. And you just
they could smell blood, obviously. Obviously, we were playing so poor at the end of the game. We couldn't push them down. We couldn't create big chances at the end. At least we should have tried more. I think we all felt it was like a.
It was a blah game, but you've got to doff your cap to Wolves. This is what I like about the game. You see, we'll take a point. Anyone would think, "Fucking hell, let's take a point here." Fuck that. We can go from 2 to 5 here, lads. And I like that attitude. That's what I like about it. We don't show that attitude. Why didn't we think we can finish the night on in 4th place, fellas? We win this game, we can finish in 4th. Absolutely brilliant. So I agree with you.
Results, not performance.
I agree with you on Turksy. I wouldn't have changed him. I understand the viewpoints. I wouldn't have changed it.
I would have kept him on, but then I would have changed the system, because you can't play with 2 number 10s not tracking back. And it's right. You need to do at least.
You tweak it. I agree with you 100%. So I would have kept him on. So you know, again, if I could have texted you, I saw Fletcher come straight out. You might not have seen it, so I knew what was happening, and I'm like, oh fuck, Fletcher, big mistake.
Yeah.
I feel sorry for the kid because I think he's a fabulous footballer. And that Mantanto, great footballer. And then in the crowd, they're talking for Shea Lacey to come on, but you're going to start ruining these footballers. You called, did you call Obi on the bench, or was it Mark?
I think it was Mark. He called.
He was never coming on.
Yeah.
He was never coming on. It was never going to happen.
Didn't even warm up, or
no, he was never coming on, pal.
Did a couple of laps and then sat down again.
Very quick wave to the crowd. One thing I was surprised about was the Dorgu goal, the disallowing of the Dorgu goal. Now, I understand that you strike the ball, you're in an offside position, you know, and if the ball comes back to you, you're physically in play. I get it, and stuff like that. And he was slightly offside. I mean, it was fucking. I think it was an ankle, maybe less than an ankle.
It was, but he was offside. Yeah,
he was offside. And he was coming back, and he was just too slow with it. So I was quite disappointed. We couldn't see that at the very beginning. But what I couldn't work out is why it took so long for VAR to.
No, neither did I, because, you know, for me, I had a sense that it was offside right away when you saw the first replay, and you know, okay, maybe it was by a couple of inches, but these pictures are not the best. But just to give you all a little bit of a recap, because I think at the beginning there was a brilliant pass, because I think, for me, I think Sesko made a lot of good diagonal runs. His movement was brilliant during the game. Yes, and also, but he lacked service. No one gave him the ball, but once the ball came through here from was it Casemiro?
It's Casemiro,
yeah. So in this instance, he receives the ball, takes a shot, and Dorgu scores. But you know, it was an offside, but I was off my seat at that moment and think, yes, finally we did it. You know, some of these games, it's tough, but we couldn't.
Am I right in saying next season though that counts?
If the new rules comes into play with the new Wenger suggested rules, but you know, there's so many strange things happening, and I don't want to change the concept of football. You know, I want to go back. You know, I liked the Rob Edwards. Was that a referee?
Yeah.
No, was it? Yeah, was it Edwards? No.
Are you on about who? You on about the referee?
The referee. The ref.
Oh, yes. Sorry, I can't remember his name now.
No, but it doesn't matter. I like that the referee had a high line for giving free kicks. You know, for me, I think the game is going too soft. I like that you can put in a tackle without getting a free kick every time. And you know, Cunha, for me, laying on the ground, having a tantrum like a baby, for me.
Too much.
Come on.
Too much.
You're an adult.
We didn't like it in the crowd either. The interesting thing for me was he tried way too hard. But that Mane kid, he's about 18, 19, I think. I think he's only a tiddler.
He's an under 21. He's an academy player.
Absolutely phenomenal. He was brilliant. And Gomez, as I say, I can't believe I'm saying it again, was the baton, the conductor. They played very, very well, Wolves did. So I'm going to give Wolves a bit of kudos and credit. I was going to do that. But apart from that, look, I'm not looking forward to Sunday. 12:30 kickoff for us is, I mean, it's a graveyard shift for us. I am so not looking forward to it. I think Leeds themselves are going to be rubbing their hands together. I think they're going to be looking forward to this game.
I don't know if you saw the Rúben Amorim interview, but I saw. But I also saw the Daniel Farke interview, and you know, he was very confident in that interview. You know, it was like he was trying to play everything down, but you could see it in his eyes.
It was chalk and cheese, both managers. I thought Amorim looked moody. He looked in a real mood. I don't think he looked happy by any stretch of the imagination. Farke.
He was rubbing his hands. He was ready.
He thinks he's still on Christmas holiday. He does, and the turkey. He thinks we're a turkey, ready to be reslayed. But look, I felt that the team that he picked was the one that I originally picked. Me and you, three at the back, because what else could he do? You know, Leeds can Farke off, yeah. What else could he do? He couldn't do anything, could he, Jarvis, in terms of picking the 11? And I think we're going to have to, let's do that. So, but I think we're going to have to look at what we do. Oh, by the way, guys, before we do this, there's a very strong chance that there is going to be a Devilish Tacticos / Tactical Devil collab with Webby and O'Neill. That is true. That is true. Webby and O'Neill have been looking to collab with some channels recently. Nobody wants to collab with them. And he asked me at Hotel Football if we would do it. So me and Jarvis are going to work on that over the next week or two. And so you may see us, or you might see Jarvis.
Webby O'Neill and 2 old grumpy men.
Yes, that is something along
so that would be like 4 old grumpy men together.
Well, Webby's I don't think Webby does it anymore. I think it's just like Kieran. So
okay.
Kieran and Tony. But look, for us, for the channel, for you guys, that is absolutely phenomenal. He was a great guy, Tony. So if you are watching tonight, Tony, thank you, and we will be in touch.
Hopefully, it will bear fruits from for this channel, and it will be a good collaboration. So let's just hope we can make it work. Thank you, Sydney. Thank you. Great news to Webby and O'Neill are good. Not as good as you, though.
Thank you. That's very kind.
We have kept Bilal in suspense
sorry.
long, So he deserves a super chat.
I've got to dig out the glasses. I still haven't dug them out.
This is super chat. This one.
Happy New Year to you and everyone else. Look, I think 2026 is going to be a really good year for lots of reasons. Jarvis and myself personally, we're onto new and different things. Jarvis has bought a brand new digger. We've had 2 inches of snow today. I almost sent you a picture. Jarvis, I was out and about.
2 inches of snow.
I said, I've got it. I don't think it was 2 inches, actually. I think it was a fucking half an inch. But anyway, we'll go with 2 inches. And I thought, I've got to send me or make this picture. The UK has gone to sleep. We're in big trouble. And you would have just cried laughing. I cried laughing. But no,
Stu, let me show you my company car, the Ford Fiesta, once more. Look at it.
That's nothing. Mine have got twice the size. No, I think that little track where you've got the front wheel. That's probably how much snow we had, and the whole of the UK virtually came to a standstill. Oh, it's terrible.
Look at this car, and that was one night of snow.
Yes, ours is embarrassing.
That's the extreme, It's not like that every night, but that's. Yeah.
I think it was. It might have been 2 inches here because I'm on a little bit of a hill. So
look at it. It looks ridiculous.
It looks brilliant. That does. That's fantastic. How did you get in that, by the way?
Yeah.
Do you know what it looks like?
I had to use a broom, like a big broom, just to remove all the.
It looks like a Zamboni, doesn't it? It looks like a Zamboni. It's got that. Look, the Zamboni at the front, Yeah. So so we weren't very. So we've had a little bit slow, but I thought I almost sent you one, and then I forgot. Because I thought the wind up would have been just too much.
No. Please do send me whenever you get snow or if you have minus degrees. If it's cold weather.
I don't think we call it snow. Maybe I don't know. But what I was going to say is it's going to be a big year for Tactical Devils and also the Devilish Tacticos. We're going to really kick on this year, and our target is 4,000 subscribers by the end of the year.
Let's hope so. Let's hope. I don't know when it comes. I know that we are like a small segment in the big world of YouTube,
we
and we are
are.
not like Goldbridge and all the other channels. I'm not here to try to wind you up emotionally, and we try to talk sense. And I think this is, it's tough, but the followers that we got, this community,
Fantastic.
they are fantastic. You guys are loyal. You show up every time. It's like a proper community. I feel like I know a lot of you guys just by reading your comments 2-3 times a week. So I really appreciate you guys. And by the way, I see Jarle Malmin is in the chat. Big up Jarle, my fellow Norwegian from the West Coast, comes in and says snows arrive next week for me. Big up Jarle. And I saw your message the other day while we were quitting the show, ending the show, and I'm so pleased, happy that everything is going well with you, and you have the good news. Stu, you've been through something similar yourself.
Yeah, it's Jarle. So that obviously that came on the last show that I did, and of course I didn't as my first show back really after Christmas. I know exactly how you're feeling, pal, when you get that that news. It's something that I can't explain the joy. I really can't explain the joy that you must be feeling right now. So I am. And I've been through it myself, buddy, when I was 19 years old. And I went through it. I remember when I got the all clear, and I couldn't. It still gives me goosebumps and chills now when I talk about it, buddy. So
and just as you know, we are all cheering for you.
So pleased.
I'm so happy. And Jarle, you are a loyal follower. You've been following us all the way since back the United Wheel Therapy times. I'm certain you were there at the first Jarvis's Corner with me and Stu. So big up Jarle. I'm so glad that you are around.
It's great news.
Brilliant guy, top man.
Yeah, it is absolutely brilliant, and I know what you went through, pal, surviving that. So big up, mate. Big up.
So many good messages and such a great community.
Sydney, we're chuffed with that as well. That's absolutely fantastic news. One of the things that me and Jarvis always talk about, we love football. Football's our thing, but you can talk to us about anything, really, guys. Anything you want, anything. Nothing's off the table.
No. It's true.
Grace is here.
This is why we are trying to create this community. Big up, Grace. Good to see you. Let me bring it up. Yeah. Big up, Grace. Good to see you. I hope you're well. And I am Titanium. Bilal comes in and say, big up, survivors. Yes, I think that's
Catherine, no nonsense, McDade says Stu and Jarvis made a thick skin. You are not wrong, my darling. You are not wrong.
We are survivors too. We are. But guys, let's get into the Leeds preview. We talked a lot about Wolves, but now it's time to talk a little bit about. But first of all, I want to bring up this because I've been talking a little bit about this guy the last couple of months, and I really rate him. I think he's a player we should try to go for. A lot of people they rate Elliot Anderson, but if you look at stats and you look at heat maps and how they actually play the game, James Garner is pretty similar to Elliot Anderson in my mind. So it's not good news that he made a decision by Manchester United, or not Garner, but Man United made the decision, and they are not following up on Garner. They are not pushing for a move, and it's not in United's plans moving forward when it comes to midfielders. This came out from Centre Devils tonight, and I don't like it. I think this is a player we should have gone for, but apparently he's not on our radar. We sold him to Everton for £9 million in 2019. With add-ons, it could add up to 15 million. He's played over 100 Premier League games for Everton since then, and he has developed to one of the better DMs in the league. And he can also play as an 8, and even as a number 10. He came to the United Academy as an 8-year-old, and he's gone through the ranks, and he's United through and through. So again, I don't understand INEOS. I don't understand why we're not trying to go for players like this who knows the club. And I think the fans would really enjoy a player like James Garner and stand behind him. And he has the experience to be a part of the rebuild. But apparently we are not interested. What's your initial thoughts, Stu?
I'm not surprised we're not interested because of the way that the club is. I'm disappointed we're not interested because I think for 40 million we probably could get him for that. I think I agree with you. I think
25. I think we're talking about 25. You have less than 6 months on his contract. Everyone has an extension. They can extend 1 year if they want.
I've not done that yet.
But again,
okay.
I think there is a plan, and I'm certain we have a first refusal or rebuy option with some percentages, maybe 50 to 20%. So we should be able to do a deal.
Look, I agree with you. I think he's up there with Sander Berge, to be honest, in the way that he plays. You also forgot he could play right back because he has played right back on 5 or 6 occasions.
Wing back.
Yeah, for Everton, and he did a damn good job. He's one of those footballers that can play competently in a variety of positions and expertly in his chosen position, which is 6. I like him. Should we get him back? I think we should definitely push. I think age is on his side as well. I think age is on his side as well. I think he's below 28. So I think age is on his side.
25 or?
That's what I mean. I think age is on his side. But for whatever reason, we are pushing and pulling, which we said we would, Jarvis. We said we would on Carlos Baleba. That appears to be the player. We've gone back in again.
I think we have a deal with him, like a personal deal. I think we have agreed with personal terms. It's not official yet, but I believe we have.
We've gone back in. It's been reported that we've gone back in again for him to see what they can do a deal. They're saying no. There's a lot of interesting things happening at the moment. I think everybody thought Semenyo to City was a done deal, and he's playing this weekend for Palace. It's been confirmed, so that isn't a done deal. So I don't think people really know what's going on. Not that I think Semenyo is our priority, but I think, like you, Jarvis, we're going to end up with probably Gallagher on loan, and maybe Neves. But if we're in for Neves at 28, why shouldn't we be in for Garner at maybe 10 million more, maybe 30 at 25? I don't know. I think it's a very, very strange piece of business not to be looking at. But at the end of the day, Naz says we need a notch above his caliber. Absolutely, I think we do. But Naz, I think for short term, right, I'm seeing this between now and the end of the season, and then he becomes, a possible partner for the caliber that you're talking about. And I know who you're talking about either Wharton or Anderson. I get that. Would he be a good foil for Anderson? Absolutely, he would. He'd be a great foil for Anderson because we could use Anderson as the 8 and allow Garner to sit in the 6. And I think that'd be a brilliant partnership. It would work very, very well. But I don't see that happening. So I don't know. You could question our transfer stance again. I think we have to. But if we are dicking about with Baleba and we can't get Baleba until the summer, or we can't get him until 2027, are we just going to sit around and do nothing?
Yeah, that's the worry. We could end up extending with both Casemiro and Bruno.
And the thing is,
on this midfield, and
That's all I will say.
Yeah. Guys, I see a lot of voices in the chat, and I know that a lot of you are critical to INEOS, and I'm one of you.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting here like INEOS out on my wall yet. I'm still 100% focused on the Glazers, but INEOS has been a shamble of an owner since they came in. They have been a disaster. They started with the Dan Ashworth fiasco. There was a gardening leave, and we had to pay 4 million, and we had to pay 5 million to sack him again right after we just entered the job. They did the Ten Hag evaluation after we won the FA Cup. They couldn't decide whether to sack him or keep him, and they made everybody uncertain. And they ended up keeping Ten Hag and paying 10.4 million pounds to sack him just a couple of months later. And they wrecked the staff morale by sacking all those people in the club. The hardworking, everyday man, the heart and soul of the club. They shook up the ticket prices and penny pinched everywhere. They made the fans angry. They made it difficult with the ticket prices. You can't go to a game. You have to go through be a webmaster technical to cancel your ticket and get it right. And even then, the club will just take your money and sell on the tickets. They put away supporters in the home end. It doesn't seem like they know the club. They don't invest in the club. They don't support Amorim the way it should be supported. And they don't back the club the way they should. They are billionaires. Jim Ratcliffe is one of the richest persons in the UK, and he doesn't put in any money besides the long-term projects, the investments into the club to raise the value of their investments in the long run when they are one day maybe selling. So for me, I don't see what INEOS are doing good. I know it's still 36 months and 1 week into their spell, but I'm starting to see more and more cracks in this INEOS Glazer partnership, and I think some strong voices needs to start calling them out because it's not good enough.
Well, we've got a question about
what's your thoughts on
Jamie asked, what do we think of the 1958 group? A couple of years ago, I wasn't really impressed with them. I think they had the wrong people in charge at that particular time a few years ago, but I think what they've done over the last couple of years, they tried to do some good. Everything they organise, they're trying to do it on a fair and equal basis so that all fans of all creed and age, we're talking age here, younger fans, if they want to voice their opinion, are able to do it in a safer environment. I remember a couple of years ago, Jarvis, I think we were working with United Realist TV, weren't we? In terms of when the original Liverpool game was cancelled, and I didn't agree with the actions of some of the fans at that particular time. I was in the minority, but I didn't agree with it. I didn't think we needed to have the attached aggression. But the 1958 review what they've done, and I think they're doing a good job at the moment of keeping the supporters together, keeping the supporters focused on the true problem, which is the Glazers. And I agree with Jarvis. I think there are some things that INEOS have done pretty well, but there's a lot that they've done wrong, and they're doing more wrong than they are doing right. And so I kind of just want the 1958 to reignite again in 2026. Start with the protests, keep them peaceful. We don't want violence, but keep them peaceful, but keep them focused, and keep them focused, and keep them focused. We know that billionaires don't give a flying fuck. Well, that's how they're billionaires. They don't care. They don't care about anybody. The man on the street, they would step over. They really would. People don't like that. The Glazers don't give a fuck. They just don't care. Yeah. They know that when they sell it, they're going to make shitloads of money. That's what they know. And so does So does Sir Jim. He knows also that he will make his money back and an extra bill on top. He knows this. We know this. Everybody knows it. The whole world knows it. Football knows it. You know, the sports world knows it. And it will only take somebody to come in and say, here's 10 Billy, thank you very much. And the Glazers are gone. That's their number. We all know it. Everybody knows it. It's nothing new. And I think Forbes have come out with the richest sports teams in the world, haven't they? And I think 11 billion an American football team is the so they know. Manchester United are on about 6.2, something like that. So they know it's creeping up, Jarvis. We know this. And if remember that guy, is it the Danish guy who wanted to buy Manchester United, try and put a bid in?
The Finnish guy. Yeah, what's his name? Yeah,
him. He's got 5 or 6 companies. He wants to put a £5 million sponsorship deal together. We should be snapping his hand off for that. We really should. We should be snapping his hand off.
But it comes with certain terms, and I think this is where our owners are not. They're not willing to.
They're not willing to do that, no, because he wants investment in the team, doesn't he? He wants this, he wants that, but he's willing to give 500 million to do that. But they don't. They're not interested. So I think we've got to be one. I think we've got to get behind the 1958 this year for sure. But I will always say, I just want peace. Whatever we do, I just want peace. And that's all I want. But you're right, Jarvis. INEOS have done a little bit of good, and I think we have to admit that a little bit of good, but they've done a lot.
Well, yeah, it's not all bad, but the thing is,
they've done a lot wrong.
We talk about keeping it civilized, and I agree with that. We should never be violent, and we should not break the law. But there are something called civil obedience, and we can, for example, as Is It Just Me 43 suggests, clear the Stretford End on match day. That was a huge message. Old Trafford will be quiet without the Stretford End.
Didn't somebody have 15 minutes out somewhere?
You don't have to empty the stadium, but the Stretford End. Was
it Aston Villa that had 15? Didn't go in for 15 minutes, or was it Wolves?
Not 15. The full game.
No. I'm saying a group of supporters have done that, haven't they? Was it 15 minutes, or was it Villa, or was it Wolves, or was it somebody?
Yeah.
Somebody went in after 15 minutes, didn't they? So maybe we should do that. Nathan, they do divide opinion. I understand that. I do.
They do, but I made a show with Mick and what's his name, the guy who
you had the guy,
one of the leaders of the 58, and we did an interview and talked. He's just a regular fan since you and me, guys. But he sat around and saw, and no one did nothing. So he was just one of the guys trying to organize it. At least as he told us. So I feel at least someone is doing something, and we can't just sit around and do nothing. Because at the moment the only thing that's keeping United alive is us fans. The leadership of the club is not doing it. The players are not doing it. The organization is not doing it. It's all about the money, penny pinching, and getting the financial part back again, and keeping the stock price on the New York Stock Exchange at a decent level. And we have owners sitting in the US, in Miami, and just relaxing on their yachts,
just raking the money,
Mai Tais and champagne.
They're just raking the money in.
Yeah. So I feel we have to do something, but it won't be fixed tonight. And I think, but if INEOS continue this path, and the Glazers continue this path, but I have to say the Glazers have been brilliant in deflecting all critics over to INEOS. And when you look at all the interviews Amorim has to do all the time. He's making like 5 to 10 interviews a week. Always quotes from Amorim. But as soon as Man United win 3 games in a row, you see Baleba comes out, Wilcox comes out, Jim Ratcliffe comes out in interviews and like being the big guys, this is a good project. But as soon as we're struggling, it's just Amorim by himself.
Always. It's always, you're absolutely right.
It's
It's disappointing where we are again. You know, being in the stadium, the players were booed off, and rightly so. I mean, seriously, rightly so. The guys, you know, the fans, they stayed right to the very end as always, supported them as always, singing as always. You know, we've got the best fans in the world. We really do. Each and every one of us are top drawer. Because you know, but when I was there again, one of the things that really annoys me is, and I'm not going to have a go at anybody, and I'm not putting Sean and Dylan into this at all, but there was a lot of people who were just there for the day. They got a ticket for the day. They come over. They've flown over. You know, there's a lot of fans that just weren't there. So, what for me, you know, watching United change over the years to become from this institution of history to this money-making machine, it's really sad, to be honest, because that's all it is. We're just a licensed supreme.
Yeah, but you know, Stu, you and I, we go way back, you know, when it comes to supporting Man United, and there was a time before Alex Ferguson, and that's the thing, you know.
Yeah, it was terrible then. Yeah, it was awful. Yeah.
But heart and soul was still in Man United, and going to Old Trafford and supporting the club and being one of the biggest club in the world even before Ferguson, and people forget that, you know.
They do, yeah, they do. You know,
maybe we're not the best on the pitch, but we had the history and we had the fan base.
Our club is huge.
Old Trafford was the biggest stadium in England even back then.
Yeah, we've been huge. You know, we were huge before.
Yeah.
You know, the tragedies that we've had in our club, we were big before then. We were big when we were Newton Heath all those years ago. You know, we've always been this institution. And then overnight, when the Premier League was born, we became this fucking global icon. And we remain the jewel in the crown alongside Real Madrid and Barcelona and Bayern Munich as football and AC Milan to an extent, you know. So.
Yeah. And you know, talking about why were Man United one of the biggest club? Okay, we had the Munich disaster, but you know, we had the Busby Babes, principles, how the club is built up. You know, working class people, the railroad workers of Newton Heath, bringing up the youth. You know, playing attractive, attacking football, fast wingers running down the wing, scoring a lot of goals, and you know, just our shirts, the Man United shirt, the red shirt, Red Devil, everything, you know, it was something else. And
here's a really good point by Suze. She says we're losing our identity, and I agree. I think she's absolutely right.
This is where I'm coming from. This is what I'm saying. I think we are losing. It's only the fans now keeping us alive as a club.
Yeah, here we go.
Yeah, big up, Bilal. Thank you so much for the £1 super sticker. You are a legend, always contributing, guys. Smash a like on
the Devilish Tacticos. You know, the beauty of football is we all have an opinion and we all kind of loosely agree. Sometimes we may disagree, but loosely we agree. What we all agree upon is the trajectory of our club, and the club that we love has just been absolutely squeezed, and we're just we're kind of left with pith and skin at the moment. We need to get the buoyancy of the juice back in. I just don't know how we do it. I really don't. I haven't got the answer. But you know, clubs like the supporters like the 1958 will try, and we've got to keep trying and keep getting behind them. But let's just do it peacefully. That's all I'll say.
And bonus is Arsenal's playing well, City's doing well, and United are shite, but still six.
And this is the thing, you know, me and Jarvis mentioned it, and the madness right at the beginning of the show, actually. We were talking about it. I said to Jarvis, all our complaining and our moaning, by luck, and it is luck, you know, we've amassed the points, kind of, but it is luck because results have gone our way. But it's for us now to capitalise on the results going our way, isn't it? So,
do you know, Stu, if you look at Rúben Amorim in the last 38 games, I know he came in right before Christmas and, you know, we had some caretakers and all of that. But if you look from January 1st to January 1st, we took 23 points from January 1st until the end of the season last season. And are we sitting on 30 points now?
30 points.
Yeah. So basically in a full season, Amorim has 52 points. That would have gotten us 13th place if you go by the Premier League table last season.
Oh, I think since Amorim's been here, by the way, Jarvis, we would have been relegated last season. Would have been relegated, but you know, we've been relegated before. You know, the club, we've been relegated. I don't think there's a club on the planet that's too big to be relegated. I really don't. But he should, you know, Amorim might look at himself and say, "Well, I've had an half decent 18 games, 19 games." He might look at himself and say that. We might look at it and say, it could be worse, which is fair enough. It could be worse. It could be worse. But we know, Jarvis, it could have been better.
It's an old Jarvis saying, it could always get worse.
Yeah, but it could have been better though, couldn't it? If we picked up vital points like Fulham, for example. You know, it could have been better.
We need to I think Amorim needs to change it up. You know, I said it the other day on Nora's channel, what type of manager Amorim is. He's the type of manager who is very stubborn. He sets up a system, and his in-game management is not changing it up because of what's in front of him and what's going on. He's just doubling down on his original plan. That's his in-game management, and I think this is why it's not looking good. If you understand the distinction between what I'm trying to say, he's not changing things up to make things better on the pitch. He's changing things up to try to make his original plan A work better.
Yeah, look, the best managers in the world, Jarvis, will take a step back, take a step out, take their ego out their chest, and just leave that to the side, and then look at it objectively.
But it's pride. It's pride.
Yeah. Well, and pride.
There's sin. It's pride. He doesn't want to change things up.
The best managers in the world will do that. They'll take it out, they'll put it to the side, and they'll make let me take a step back. What am I doing wrong? What am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? And then what the players doing right, what the players doing wrong. What my coach is doing right, what my coach is doing wrong. What is Wilcox doing right, what's he doing wrong? That is where you look, and that's your investigation starts with you. And then you try and find the answers with yourself, with your players, with your coaches, and with your sporting director.
You reassess, you analyze yourself. You always try to improve all the time.
And then you come back, and then you look at what you've got available. When we pick this team, I think it picks itself again, personally, because I don't think there's going to be any changes, because I don't think we've got them. So I think the team picks itself, right? But when you pick the team, then you're going to say, right. And this is the problem. Dorgu played brilliantly on the right, so I'm going to stick him on the right.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave him there. I'm going to play you there for 5 games. 5 games, I'm giving you it right. Make it stick. Make it count.
Yeah.
Okay. And we don't do that. I don't like that we do it. I said to you, didn't I? I said to you on the preview, he will go with a back 3. I bring Xerxes. I told you, because I didn't think he got any option. He cannot go into back 3 at Leeds. He can't do it.
No.
He can't do it, pal. He can't. Because if he does, we are going to get an old English phrase, walloped. We're going to get fucking beat, and beat fucking heavy. He can't do it. So I don't care about his pride anymore. Really.
No, neither do I.
I don't care about his stubbornness. I don't care about anything. What I want him to do is say, I'm sitting in 6th position right now, and I'm lucky to be here. But I'm here. And I'm in 6th position by a point. 3 points takes me to 4th.
Yeah.
Before everyone else plays. I want to finish Sunday lunchtime. Sunday 2 o'clock, I want to be in 4th position. So what am I going to do to get those fucking idiots out on our training pitch to win me that game of football? That should have been the conversation right from the end of the Wolves game to when it comes to kick off against Leeds at 12:30.
Yeah. Now
we know it's a graveyard shift, Jarvis. We know that. We've seen it plenty of times. All teams don't function at 12:30. Nobody functions at 12:30. And I don't want any fucking excuse that we played on fucking Tuesday and Leeds played yesterday or the day before, whenever it was. I don't want to hear that bollocks. bullshit. Because I tell you what, Leeds, it won't affect them.
No,
it won't affect.
they will be up for the fight. 100%. 100%.
Daniel Farke, Jarvis, won't accept it. He will not accept I'm knackered from the other day. He won't have that, but we will. Oh, yeah, Amorim will. He'll accept that, wouldn't he? Oh, we were fucking tired. Piss off. Farke won't have that. You know, Calvert-Lewin on the bench. Calvert-Lewin, right? 5 goals, 6 goals.
He's doing bits, and you know, we mocked Calvert-Lewin and talked about him being the second striker in the summer, and we had so many talks about Calvert-Lewin, and now we sit there and look at him. You know, he's doing bits. I think 90% of us would love having Calvert-Lewin coming in January, being the second striker. I think he could do a job. But by the way, we have a super chat coming in from Grace. Thank you so much. Grace Sheridan coming in with a question. And I will let you answer this, Stu. Did we finish 15th and final loss because of the 3-4-3?
No, not because of the 3-4-3. I mean, Jarvis will tell you this, and I'll tell you this, and anyone else will tell you this who plays football. The formation, it is what it is. You've got to set up somehow, so it just is what it is. But we didn't lose that. We lost because we've got no balls on occasions. We lost because we didn't want it enough. We lost because we wasted chances. We lost because we couldn't pass 2 fucking yards. It wasn't the 3-4-3. You could have played 4-4-2. We still wouldn't have won it. You could have played 3-5-2. We still wouldn't have won it. You could have played a 4-2-3-1. We still wouldn't have won it. 4-4-1-1. We still wouldn't have won it. Fucking Christmas tree. Fucking Pentagon. Fucking the space shuttle formation. We wouldn't have won those games because we don't seem to have the players want to really push it. So, look, what I was going to say is, by the way, as well, and I think this is really quite critical. Calvert-Lewin pops in 6 goals or whatever in 5 games or 4 games, and he was still on the bench because Daniel Farke picked a team to stay in it at Liverpool. He tried to stay in for 60 minutes. Then he brings on Calvert-Lewin to try and win the game.
Yeah.
Why can't we do that? Why can't we do that? Why can't Amorim pick a team and say, right, I want to stay in this game, then I'm going to fucking hit you? Why can't we do that? He doesn't do it. He doesn't do that. Farke does. Farke did.
But he doesn't trust his play. I think he doesn't trust his players. He's been let down so many times that he stopped believing in many of these players. And you know, I think that's a fact. You know, I don't think you believe in many of these players.
Yeah, I actually think you're right about that. I don't think he does trust his players, and that's a big problem for us. And this is why he's got to turn around and say to them,
other than the Obrigado guys and some of the core of the group. Yeah.
Sunday afternoon, if you're not on top fucking 4, we're not going to do any training next week. I'm going to run you for fucking 7 days. You finish that game and we are top 4. We win. Win. And by the way, you know, managers do say that. You should say that. You should go out and say, I'm not accepting anything less than a victory. I'll fucking fine you lot if I don't get a victory. I'll find a way to fine you. I don't like your hair. I don't like your colour socks. Anything, I'll find a way to fine you if you don't win that game. You've got to put some jeopardy in it. Bilal's done it again, by the way. I'm Titanium. Grace, a really good question. Thank you for that. And thank you for that super chat, my darling. That's means a lot to myself and Jarvis. I just thank you. A good question. Is this season the most competitive season in English football history? It'll be up there with the best. It'll be up there with them because I isn't it from 4th to 15th, 13th?
We have.
There's like a.
Wasn't Amorim saying in this interview we have 8 teams right behind us, but we are aiming for. So I think we are like 10 to 12 teams at least.
10 to 12
competing.
teams.
So that's over half the league, you know, competing for.
Amazing. Absolutely
the European spots. So we are almost like the championship, competing for the playoffs. You know, it's every team's game. You know, every team can do it, and you just need a good spell of games. And you know, we can do it. You know, I'm not writing the season off, even though if we lose tomorrow, we still have a chance because when the place comes back from injuries and AFCON, we can still go on a unbeaten run. We can do like 5, 6, 7 games, and that will probably be enough if you go by the league this season, because everybody loses to everyone, and that's just the way it is. So you just need to show some consistency to pull through. But the problem is we are not consistent. We win, we lose, we draw. Sometimes play good, sometimes play shit. And Amorim said it himself.
Moments we play bad, good. Sometimes we play bad.
Yeah. The interesting thing is, though, and we can take this little snippet with us. We beat Sunderland. City couldn't beat Sunderland, but we beat them.
Yeah. We are beating the teams ahead of us.
We are playing certain games, and we are winning certain games, and we are competing in certain games that we don't think we would do. Sunderland were playing very, very well when they came to Old Trafford, and we beat them. We could go to Leeds and win. We could do that. How we're going to do it, I don't know. I mean, it's probably a good time to get the board up and start having a look and see what we can do.
We can look at it, but before that, thank you so much for another super chat, Bilal. You are such a generous person, and always contributing, giving donations to the Tactical Devils. Highly appreciated. One of the best guys out there. So, but I want to read out this. It's a little bit philosophical from End the Madness. Jarvis, football is like music. All the best songs have been written, and all the best footballers have been gone because money has taken over the
sport. Yeah, it's a good analogy. Yeah, good analogy.
It's true. All the best music have been written.
It has. Yeah.
So. But I like the analogy. Thank you so much for that comment. Let's bring up the tactical board and talk a little bit about the details of the game.
Westmane says United has a small role in the drama that ended in Maresca's sacking at Chelsea. The damaging reports detailing Man City's interest in Maresca were partially informed by some Old Trafford chatter. Fantastic.
Well, that's Luckhurst for you, always coming out and angling everything about Man United. So not my favorite journalist, to be honest.
No, not mine. We did better. He says the biggest winners in this unpredictable season are the bookies, who sponsor 11 of the 20 clubs, coincidentally. Absolutely. I agree.
Yes.
Yeah. Zimba says, when we played Sunderland, they played 4-2-3-1. We outplayed them, but when they changed the system to 5-4-1, we couldn't score the third goal and the game became more. That's why we beat them. I think I agree with that. That's a very and they haven't justified putting ticket prices up. Yeah, that's correct.
I still struggle to take out this team, and let's just look at Leeds. They have Perry in goal. They have Pascal Struck, who came back from the German league, Bundesliga, back to Leeds when they came back into the Premier League. They have Jakal Bijol, I think his name is.
Bijol,
He's a Croatian, or is Slovakian?
Slovakian, I think, isn't he?
Yeah. And Bornau as right centre back, you can call him. The main guy is Anton Stach, the German midfielder. He's in 6/8. He has a brilliant free kick. He has scored some beautiful goals. I really rate him. I think it was Hausen who made me aware of him in the summer. He made Stevie Hausen. He made a breakdown on the player and actually suggested he was a guy that we should have signed in the DM role. But unfortunately, we didn't, and Leeds got him, and he's been excellent for them. I think he's the heart and soul in this team. He knows how. I always talk about Sander Berge and players like Garner and how they dictate the tempo of the game. And he's that guy, he's calm when the storm is coming. He can take down the ball, bring down the tempo, or speed up the game if needed. So, and he has some special abilities.
Yeah.
So for me, I think he's a brilliant player, and I really respect him. They have Ilya Gruev. I think he will. I'm not quite sure how they will set up in the midfield, if they are going something like this, or if they're going 3 flat or 2-8.
They'll push him on. They'll push him on behind. I don't know whether Calvert-Lewin will start though. I mean, he may start him at home, so it'll be interesting that.
Yeah. And they have Okafor playing a little bit behind Calvert-Lewin. If they go with this, they have Gudmundsson, the Icelandic guy on the left wing back, Bogle on the right wing back, and they have I think it's the Japanese guy Tanaka.
Yes,
playing as a number 8 also. So they not many big names, but a lot of good footballers in this team. And if you go by their recent results, they drew against Liverpool, they drew against Sunderland away, they won 4-1 against Crystal Palace at home, drew against was it Bournemouth? No, the Bees. Right, no, the Bees. What's
I don't know what they've done actually. I need to. I've been
1-1, and they even drew against Liverpool 3-3.
Yeah.
So they are really doing well, and they're not losing games, and they are playing really balanced. And they have a midfield 5. They can set up, they can absorb pressure, and for me, I feel it depends. But if Daniel Farke sets up in the mid block and they try to control the game, and they will only go high when they see triggers like us trying to play the short game and playing and bait the press that we usually do under Amorim, but we don't have the quality needed, then I think we could be in trouble.
It depends what we do. It depends what we do. I mean, I agree. Look, I agree with you. I think you did, Jamie, actually, but so did Jarvis. Jarvis mentioned him in the summer, and he did. He mentioned him. You did. You said to me, "So much, G. Why don't we take? What would you do? Why don't we take a chance on him?" And I said, I couldn't give you an argument as to say no, could I? If you remember, because I didn't think so. Our problem is going to be what we do. And you know as well as I do, Jarvis, our best formation against Leeds is a 4-4-1-1. That's our best formation. It's our only formation. It's the only way we can play against Leeds. If we match them up on a 3-5-2, we'll lose. We really will. And if we match, if we try 3-4-3, we will lose. We have to go 4-4-1-1. That's how we have to play. Now, as far as I'm aware, no one's back. I don't know.
According to the press conference, but he said we will know more tomorrow in training.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
We could see players like Mason Mount or even Kobe Mainu be back.
Yes,
I don't have high hopes for De Ligt or Maguire, but at least Mason Mount and yeah.
So that's kind of, I heard he'll know more tomorrow. So he's keeping his options open. But ultimately, we have to go with 4 at the back, which means we've got to bring in Lenny.
But it's not a bad shout.
No. I've got a zero problem with that.
I think we have done the right thing with Lenny Yoro. We brought him out of the game when he had a bad spell, but we kept him in games. He came on as a sub, but now I think he's ready to go at it again, because as a young player, you just need to have a little bit of a reset when things start going against you. Yeah.
So I think we've got to bring Yoro in, and we've got to go as a flat back 4.
Okay, so you would go with Luke Shaw on the left and Dallo on the right?
Yeah.
Or Martinez in Heaven?
No, I would put Yoro and Heaven in the middle. I'm going to go with Martinez as a 6. I'm sorry.
Okay.
That's what I'm going to do.
Martinez as a 6.
Yeah,
so Yoro and Heaven. So we go with the 2 teenagers as centre backs.
Yeah. Dorgu back on the right.
I concur.
Yeah, Casemiro and Martinez.
Okay, where do we have? We have Martinez here and Casemiro, yes.
Yeah, and then we're going to have to go with Cunha left.
Yeah.
and then it's going to have to be Xerxes in behind Šeško.
Oh, so you would start Xerxes in this system?
Yes, I don't think we've got much choice.
What about Ugarte? He's still available.
Yeah, I don't like Ugarte, Casemiro, and Martinez.
Not even away against...
Not even away against Leeds. I don't like it. By the way, guys, he won't play this. It's not just...
But Stu, let me just give you a suggestion. You know, this is where we are just going with fantasy, and you know, we're just sparring a little bit and you know, bringing out ideas. I have an idea. What about, because I like Casemiro. What about if we play Casemiro
the high 8? Yeah,
the high 8 behind Ugarte and Martinez.
The reason I want to bring Martinez in, okay, this may surprise you, Jarvis, or it may not.
Okay.
I think he is the most creative footballer out there in terms of passing ability. Let me remind you, against the second half against Newcastle, that ball into Dalot, and he had all the time in the world and he missed it. He did a similar thing against Wolves, put Dalot in again against Wolves. His passing ability is the best out there, and I think we could utilise him in a 6 with his passing ability. That's why I want him in. Now, I don't think we're risking Yoro, actually. I agree with you. And we definitely aren't risking Heaven. Heaven's playing very, very well at the moment.
He's doing well, yeah.
So is Yoro did all right when he came in. So I think we can run with Shaw. I think we can run with that back four. I've got absolutely zero issue with your position of Casemiro at all. I like it, in fact. I do. My only worry about the whole of that 11 is Ugarte. And that's my only worry.
I'm not that worried about Ugarte, to be honest.
No, I know you're not. But my question to you would be, what choice does he have? It's either Ugarte or it's Xerxes. So, you know. Hey, Jamie, don't need to apologise. You at the time...
Nothing to apologise. You know, I can't predict the future. I'm just saying my opinion, you know. It's footballing opinions. That's all.
Yeah, Jarvis, if we push Casemiro there, we do have the ability to drop him in when we're defending. But when we're doing that, though, Jarvis...
But then you will free up Dorgu, and because it will basically be almost like not a 4-4-1-1, but a 4-3-3.
Yeah. And
you see it.
I do. And I want to see, you're not going to like this, but I want to see Šeško out the fucking way. I don't want him there. Get him out of the way. Put him left as I'm looking. Put him left. Put him by fucking...
I would play him with Cunha, somewhere in between Cunha.
No, I want him here. I want him here. You see where number 4 is? I want him in between 4 and 5. That's where I want him.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't want him there, Jarvis. I don't want him in our fucking half.
No.
And you know why I mean that? Because if he stays up there, somebody's got to stay with him. Somebody or two have got to stay with him because he's quick and he's strong and he'll outmuscle a one-on-one. So when you push Leeds, their front 7, into a counter-attack, okay, so if you just push them into their front 7 into our half,
okay. So
that's
we have
it. We have
the 10, something like this.
So
this is how they will attack us, most likely.
Exactly. So I want to see Šeško no more than the halfway line. That is it. And he can run those front 3 and stop the initial quick ball into their forwards, into their midfielders, and out to their wide players. I want to see him occupy that space. The rest, I think we can swallow up. Yeah. And that's why I want Martinez in there. That's what I would do.
Even if you have Martinez could drop down.
Exactly.
Getting pushed back. Go to a back 5.
I'm with you on the Casemiro. Actually.
Okay.
I think it'd be a great 8/10 because that's where Casemiro.
It's just an idea because we are out of options.
I think it's a damn fine idea.
Yeah.
But the key is, I want if you run Šeško from 2 to 3, Just running past 3-4, 2-3. That's what I want him. I don't want him dicking about by 5. Don't want him dicking about with 8. I want him stopping in front 3. And then what happens if Lamans gets it and bowls it out? He can come out wide to left as Lamans looks at it. Sesko could be in that shaded area. Perfect. That's what I want us to play. Guys, we're not going to play that way, by the way. Let's be clear. This is just me and Jarvis saying what we would do.
We could have Sesko, we could have Casemiro. Casemiro is brilliant in the air. We can go with the long balls from Lamens, as you say. We have 2 guys to try to win the duo. We have the Cunha running in behind, Ugarte winning the second ball. If we lose it, there are options.
There are options for us. Now, DJ Superfly guy got no issue with a 4-4. We're playing a 4-4-1-1 in this formation. But we're using Casemiro as the second option up front alongside Sesko, bringing Martinez in to a deeper role. But you could play Obi. I don't think he will though, DJ Superfly guy. Unfortunately,
not away against Leeds. I think it's a hostile environment. It's not the right environment for.
I think the change for me is Leon is Xerxes and Yoro. That's the change for me. Other than that, I like it. I like Casemiro up there, Jarvis. I think that's brilliant. It allows Martinez the creativity in the space.
Yeah,
I like it. Yeah, that's what. Anyway, that's what we would do. What do we think he'll do in reality, though?
No, I think we will play a back 5. I think we will go to something similar that we did against Wolves. I think we will be cautious in the way we play, and who knows if the players are ready or not for the game.
They've got to be ready. They've got to be ready.
But, for me, one of the main things is playing Dorgu on the right. We need to play Dorgu on the right. That's the only thing. Because why are we changing up things that works? For me, if you just by chance figure out that Dorgu actually is a right winger, okay, we found it out. So let's try to build on that. Let's try to build.
Found out
and change every game.
Newcastle found out to their cost, didn't they? So
they did.
If we've got Mount back, then bench him, start him on the bench. Don't play him, start him on the bench. And if we got Minu back, bench him. Don't start them, but bring them on. 60 minutes.
We will have some because it will be a tough game. We will have to run a lot. We have to work hard.
1-0 on the sides. I think if we're going to win the game, Jarvis, we're going to scrape it 1-0. What we're going to do?
There is an option. We could just go with Sesko and Cunha on top. Play like a regular 4-4-2. Something.
Yeah, I mean, look, you've changed my mind maybe about Ugarte. I'm not a huge Ugarte fan. You could stick him out on the left, but I wouldn't want Ugarte out left. I would want Cunha out left.
We saw it against Newcastle. He drifted left all the time. He actually did really well.
But he could do that. Look, Heaven is playing very well at the minute. Shaw was shite against Wolves, by the way. I mean, let's be honest. He was terrible. So was Dallo. But they're going to play. And the man that says, come on, lads. It's only Leeds United, for God's sake. They'll be back in the Championship next season. Absolutely. 2 words. Amen.
Yeah. Let's hope so.
What's Jamie say? The fan base are scumbags. If you know, you know. They are indeed, Jamie. Amen to that as well, pal. Amen.
By the way, the history lesson is, you know why we never call ourselves Man U?
You're not allowed to do it.
You're not allowed.
Although Steve Bruce does.
But that's because of the Leeds fans.
That's right.
Yeah. So the history is, can you please tell the audience if we have some younger fans who doesn't know why?
What are we talking about?
Manure.
Oh yeah, sorry.
The old Leeds history of history.
Do you know something?
Disrespectful.
Yeah, it is. It's not that. It's that. But some of our ex-players. The point I was making, was some of our ex-players actually say Man U. And that is, they do. Steve Bruce, Gary Pallister, they say Man U rather than. Anyway, let's just not say that.
It is what it is. But if you don't know the story, just Google it.
Are you on about Leeds? The
Leeds fan after the Munich disaster, they were chanting Manu. Yeah, and it had references to the most tragic incidents in our club history. So that's why we are not calling ourselves Manu. It's
sorry. Yeah. Well, it's one of those that In fact, nobody on here says man. We always say Man United or United or whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, Leeds are just scum, aren't
they? Yes, and the War of Roses, that's where it all stems from. Yeah.
What's this? Happy New Year. I can see that you really stream so nice and you have a low active member on your channel. This is Twitch. I can link you up to a Twitch verify freelancer that can help you. That's very kind of you. Very kind of you.
Could be just bot.
Well, he's on Twitch. We're Twitch legends. We are. Don't know who we fucking are. Guys, give us your score predictions. Actually, just let us know what you think. Let us know your starting 11. Look, me and Jarvis. This is our favourite part. Actually, trying to predict the 11 because we always pick a team that we know he won't pick, and we pick a system we know he won't pick. But me and Jarvis quite enjoy that. It's one of our favourite parts of how can we spring a bit of a surprise, sprinkle some fairy dust on it. But when we're talking about the game Sunday afternoon, probably Sunday evening, if that's all right, pal.
Yeah.
For me.
You will be a late one. I have the kids all the weekend.
You've got the kids,
so we have to do a reaction probably 7 or 8 or
7 o'clock, 7 or 8, something like that. I like my family time. You know that on a Sunday.
We all do. We all do.
But I'd love you. Yeah, I mean, we could. We don't know, but that's our favourite time anyway. Is picking the team. I love picking the 11 and picking what we would do and pick a formation that we would go for. I think that's probably my favourite part of the week, actually. And then. Do we ever get close? I think we did against Wolves because we had no choice. I mean, he literally had no choice, did he, against Wolves? And I suppose he's got little choice. But, if we could walk away, I mean, and the Madness is saying 3-1.
Yeah.
Catherine No Nonsense McDade, she's coming in with 2-1. Brilliant.
Stu, let people have the time to come in with their predictions, because I just want to explain one concept of football. This is the tactical devils, and I read up upon stuff. I follow the tactics. I want to run something through you, Stu, and I know you are a centre back, and what I miss by playing the 4-4-2 is actually. It's actually with playing out from the back, because I know the history of Man United and the way we always played is the 4-4-2. And one of the small elements that you don't see in this when you play with the back three, let's say this is the back three, and you have the wing back out here. When the ball goes and you have the 10, when the ball, where's the ball? Okay, we just find a new one. So if the ball goes from the centre back out to, let's say, the wing back, he's under pressure. But the problem is, you have to play inside always to the 10, because there's no options in the wide high area. So you don't get to stretch out the defense. They can stay compact, but they don't have to go all the way out here. And for me, I think we lose out in a lot of this, because when we play with the back 4, let me just bring it out. You usually play out to the wing back, and you have the winger higher up in this pitch, and you stretch them out. And the pass that always comes from the centre back out to this guy.
Yeah,
it's so important, the movement from the centre back, not to stay in the shape, because the number 9 will come and press. It's not this guy who will press; it's always this guy, and he will angle his run. Let me just draw. He will angle his run to try to block out the passing lane back to the centre back. So when the
Yes.
press comes, the centre back needs to move out wide. So he will always be in support. It's called the under movement.
Yes. But
It's so important. But you never see this when we play with the back three because the wide centre back is always here.
yeah.
So it makes the option for the press so much easier.
Well,
And we never have the opportunity to go forward. We
Correct.
always end up going backward in this situation because we don't have the ability from the centre back to do the under movement and move out wide and drag the striker with him.
Correct.
And,
So
and when he does, he opens up the central area because we have a winger here. And then we can have the number 8s who will be in play. So there's so many things I miss by the 4-4-2, and I don't understand why we do this 3-4-2-1 thing, all the time. It's so many things that lags, we try to go forward and we go back again. We try to go forward and we go back again. And for me, I feel it's not a fluent formation.
The problem is if you just move Calvert, if you put it into a back four again, a genuine back four situation, move Calvert-Lewin out of the way, and then put a box around the Dalot, put a box from the dark shaded area and around to the 6-yard box. Just put a box in around him. Yeah.
Like this way.
Yeah, all the way, and to the byline and to the other way up.
Okay, this way.
Yeah, that's it.
Like
Hold it.
this.
Yeah. So when you've got a 4-4-2, that's your defensive area. That's kind of the area where you want to be operating in as a fullback. If you push the box slightly out to the next shaded area, to the end of the next shaded area, that's it. Just pull it out. That's it. That's your movement to accept the ball that you were talking about. That's your perfect area to accept the ball. And the reason you accept it out there is because it stops the undercut. I'll call it an undercut, what you were talking about. So Calvert-Lewin has got further to run the deeper that you're out. Okay. Now, what you can do then is you would move your 8 is into that's exactly right.
Yeah, you 8 here.
Yeah, you move your 8 in there, and it's a curve ball into him there. Yeah. You drop. That's it. So the ball can go there and into him, and then you can start moving out. So you're right about that, and that works really, really well.
That's a brilliant way to progress the ball from the back. We never do this.
So here's the issue then with a wing back, and you were spot on. If you move Calvert-Lewin out of the equation again, this is going to be a bit difficult to explain with graphics, but I'll try my best to tell you where to put the graphics if I can.
Okay.
So if you move Dalot out of the way and put Yoro in as a normal wing back, just move him up, put Yoro in as
in a back three.
In a back three. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the fullback shading area there. As a back three, Dalot's not going to be there.
Yeah, but then we always play with
exactly. Dalot's not going to be there.
It's actually going down here.
Yeah. So Dalot's not going to be there. So push Dalot out of the way. And then you've got to extend that box to at least where Casemiro is. And that's your biggest problem.
Yeah.
So Yoro's catchment area is twice the size of a fullback's. And that's zone we'll call it. It's twice the size of a fullback zone. And that's why we always lose the ball.
And then you have 2 central midfielders.
Exactly.
One will be a little bit deeper, one will be high. Yeah. You have the 10, let's say the other 10, where is he supposed to be? And you have the striker.
Exactly right.
And you have the other number 10.
There, yeah. And what you've got there, you've got Calvert-Lewin with enough space to close down. And you've got Goodmanson as an example to close down as well. And that's why we lose the ball all the time and they close us down all the time because Yoro's zone is too big. So I'm with you. So that's the best way I can explain it.
Yeah, because people always talk about the 4-4-2 as a solid defensive formation, and it's good, you have a solid back four. But this is one of the things why I really rate the 4-4-2.
Yeah,
the way you progress the ball out. You go from the centre back out to the fullback, and the fullback has always the option because the centre back will drag the number 9 out of the way.
Exactly.
And then you decide the press. You decide the press of the opposition. So much easier to play yourself out. And this is why I always have rated the 4-4-2 as one of the best formations, especially defensively playing out from the back.
I like it, the 4-4-2, Jarvis, because when
3-2-4-1-3,
it's bullshit.
3-4-3. I'm not happy. I know what Amorim is trying to do. I know about the diamonds. I know we try to find the number 10s, but it's not working in the Premier League, is it?
No, it isn't. No. I mean, as a centre half, you've got two options. You can say to Dallo, come in halfway, so 9 yards into the 18-yard box and take the ball from the goalkeeper. Somebody's then got to come out to you. What does that give? Gives the centre half space. Move it into centre half into 8 into wherever, and away you go. So you've got multiple options. You don't have it with the wing backs. You just don't have it, Jarvis. The space that Yoro would have to cover in his area, Shaw's got to cover in his area, and then
talk about the space for the number 6 or number 8. For the space for the number 10.
Yeah.
And where's the striker supposed to be? He always drops down. We don't have anyone pressing the opposition back, the two centre backs on the other side. Everything is just
So when I talk about, when I spoke about earlier saying I don't want to see Sesko anywhere near our fucking defensive 9. I don't. I want him doing what you've just said. I want him pressing and pushing the centre halves. When they haven't got the ball, I want them to look and think, oh shit, what am I going to do with it if I get it?
Yeah.
Because he's just going to run in between the three of me. If you've got a back three with Leeds, right, like that, so one player and one player, those are your players. You've got area A and area B.
Yeah.
If you position yourself in between the two, what are you going to do? You're going to stop the ball. You're going to stop the lazy passing. So you're forcing Leeds into doing something they don't want to do. That's when I look at it from a centre half, I don't want a busy centre forward. I don't want a busy centre forward dragging me places. Yeah. Hey, Shawnee.
Sean is in the house. Big up, Sean. Good to see you. Good.
I had a brilliant time meeting Sean and Dylan. And I will say this, Sean, and I hope Dylan, if you're watching Dylan, I'll tell you this as well. And Sean. But Dylan in particular, his face when he was at Old Trafford was an absolute joy. He was like, I missed the Newcastle game, and I wish I'd seen the Newcastle game because I think his instant reaction would have been unbelievable. It would have been like an 8-year-old boy, just oh my god! And I mean that with the greatest respect. But Sean and Dylan are both stand-up guys. I really implore you guys, please go and support their channel. Because they've been busting their ass over what they've been in the UK. We couldn't even get any Guinness, by the way, at Hotel Football. Gary Neville, if you're watching, because I know you watch our podcast, get your fucking Guinness sorted out. That was shocking. I had to buy him some lager. So apologies, Sean, for that, but I had to get him lager. It was absolutely great to see him. Did you get the piece to camera that we sent?
I did, but there was something wrong when I downloaded it, so I didn't get any sound. That's the problem.
Sorry, pal.
You can share it if you have it on your computer, but it's without sound. So sorry about that. But Sean sent me some brilliant pictures. Him meeting up with Brian Robson and Paul.
Well, he met up with Robbo. We met up with Scholes here at Salford. Sean, whenever you're in the UK, mate, please just hit me up because we'll get together, mate, for a pint.
Yes.
But no, he met the family. Sean did, and that's it. Yeah, that's us. Yeah. He had a picture with my nephews as well. My nephew George was wearing the same shirt as Sean. So yeah,
Sean's quite tall. I thought you were a big guy, Stu. But
yeah, he's tall. Yeah. Dylan's a bit shorter than me, but he wore his hat to make him taller. I'm only joking, Dylan. Please go and subscribe to their channel because they really are great guys. I was so delighted to meet him, and hopefully we can do that again.
Roshmano comes in with a little bit of an update. Manchester United are considering a move for Lille's. How do you pronounce his name? Ayub Wadi. Yeah. I saw him, but I'm not getting excited for any youngsters anymore. It's for the future. I think we have a bright future, yes, but he might be really good. But I think we need more experience.
I think. Oh, Smeeks.
Hey, big up, Mix. Hope you're well, my friend.
Smeeks is gifted 5. You absolute legend. Thank you so much.
He deserves a jingle. Let's play
a jingle. I'll get the thing up. You give him a jingle.
Yeah.
Sorry, that jingle's got to stop. It's got to slow down. I'm not quick enough. Right. We have. Brilliant. And so we've got Real Talk Podcast 2025.
Big up. Real
we
Talk.
Have Thomas. He's
Thomas Fedinos from Sweden. Big up, Thomas.
Jules has got a.
Hey, Jules.
Oh no! Bloody Language has got one.
Big up,
Marky Mark has got one.
Oh, Marky Mark.
Thank you so much, mate. You're an absolute legend.
And did you forget Ramo?
Oh, Ramo, sorry. Yeah,
Ramo.
Sorry,
He's doing quite well on the FBL League too, Ramo, if I'm not.
I haven't even looked. I think I've slipped down. I must have slipped down because I've not looked for a while.
I think you did well. It was a low scoring last round, and everybody had like 20 or 30 points, and you had like 55. So I think you did quite well.
Standard practice. But Gabriel scored again, didn't he? He's back. I've moved. I don't know. I'll have to have a look. Smeeks, love to have you back on the show again when you get some time, because you're always a great listen. Same with you, Sean, and Jules. If you ever get a chance and you want to come on the show, Jules, you're more than welcome.
Always.
To join us.
I asked Jules a couple of times, but he's
I think he's doing hosting. He's hosting with Rich, isn't he, at the moment? I think Jules.
And Smeeks comes in and say, wishing you a big and prosperous New Year's, boys. Let's go 2026. Thank you so much, Smeeks. Back at you, and let's hope that 2026 will be better than the 52 points we gathered and the loss of the Europa League final in 2025.
Absolutely. Simba says he's 54th in the FPL. Simba, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Always remember.
I think I'm top 50, but just by an inch. You
were 26 last time.
I'm doing terrible. I think my last round I was like 10 millionth in the world, and there's like 12 million players. So
you get in there. You get in there. You're not 12 millionth, are you? Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah. The score predictions. We had some score. We had End the Madness coming in and say 3-1 to the Mighty Reds. Big up End the Madness. We have Rush Mono coming in with a 2-2 draw. I'm being optimistic. Well, a 2-2 draw. Actually, I'll take it. I'll take a 2-2 draw.
I'll take a 2-2 draw. Rush Mono. 1-0 loss. Okay, I think that's a.
Nah.
Mr. B's in. Mr. B, good to have you, pal.
Big up.
Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you.
Yeah, we all age like wine,
Yeah.
So, what's your predictions, Stu? Come on, give it to you. Give it to us raw.
I think, actually, we will win 1-0, and I'm going to go with a Benjamin Sesko header.
Okay. Yeah, I think that will be good. I think we have seen some positives from Sesko. I think he got a lot of activity. People saying he's not doing well, but I try to look beyond the goals. I look at his movement. I think a lot of good diagonal runs. He just needs the service, and I think Sesko, that's a good shout. That's a really good shout. And also, Antaya Simba comes in with a Leeds win 2-1. So, we're not the most positive from the Devilish Tacticos. So, we'll see. My prediction is, before we wrap up the show, I will say...
Well, that was quite nice before you say your prediction. It's only a matter of time before YouTubers get the same recognition as sports journalists. There are so many knowledgeable fans online. I would absolutely agree with you on that. But there are some, unfortunately, Sydney, that just talk up to shite. And we all know who those are, but we're not going to say anything.
Yeah, 100%. So I just want to say my prediction. I think it will be like a mid-block game. Leeds will, after listening to Daniel Farke, and I think he comes in with confidence. I think he has nothing to prove. I think he will come in with Rushmano. Thank you so much. Let me just do my prediction, and I will give Stu a couple of seconds to find all the
absolute legends.
Oh,
this is unbelievable.
For your lovely donation of 10 Tactical Devils memberships. Well, on my prediction, I think it will be an even game. I see Leeds setting up in the mid-block, us setting up in the mid-block. We will both try to counter-attack each other, but I think Leeds will have the quality finding the trigger points better than us. I believe they will be more hardworking. But we have Sesko, we have Cunha, someone with quality. So I think we will nick at least one goal and get away with a 1-1 draw. So that's my prediction.
Well, that's positive. That's positive.
Yeah.
Rushmano, the legend, has popped in with 10. And Yabal, Y-A-B-B-A-L-L.
Yabal.
You are now a membership. He also comes in and says, more knowledge in here, big up. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Absolutely brilliant.
Rob
Tuff is in with a...
Hey, Rob Tuff.
Muhammad
Rob
Ali.
is such a nice guy. He always says hi when I meet him in every other chat, always. Fantastic. Every time I see Rob Tuff.
Actually, in the other chat, all the Devilish Tactica solo, which is absolutely brilliant. I'm really chuffed about that. Muhammad Ali is also one. Marcus Adams, 8335.
Pick up Marcus.
John Villainy, L-E-E.
Javinley?
Yeah, him. He's got one.
Big up.
Pegasaur Ars.
It's Pegasaurus. It's Pegasaurus.
It is Pegasaurus, but yes. It's Pegasaur. Anyway, brilliant. He's got one. Reading it, he's got one. I'm such a child.
Reading it. Yep.
Yeah. Rebbe Bakia has got
big
one.
Up, Rebbe.
Alien Tenno has got one, which is great.
Hey, Peter.
And
Donatus.
Donatus has got one as well.
Big up, Donatus. Donatus is also in the FPL league. He's doing quite well. Donatus is one of the better ones. Big up, Donatus, and big up Rushmano for the gifted memberships. And I love the names on.
Big up Pegasaurus as well. What a legend! I'm such a child. That's.
Nah, we will never grow out of humor.
I'll never grow up. I won't. No chance.
No.
What else have we got? Oh, thank you. Oh, that's very kind. Thank you very much. That's very kind.
We'll
40 likes. If we get to 50, even after the stream, that will be absolutely brilliant. Thank you all. Jamie, great to have you back, bud.
We have 48 people watching at the moment. We have been 120 watching in total on X and YouTube. So, guys, please do us a favor and smash the like if you haven't.
They're all back.
Highly appreciated.
Delete.
Control Alt. Is that you, Sydney?
Yeah, Sydney. Control Alt Delete rather than Control Alt Delete.
Nice. You're doing well.
That's good. I like that one. Keep them coming, guys. We love stuff like that. Sounds like a
Megasaurus.
Trevor Wade's in the house. He's missed Pegasaurus. He would love that one, Trev. Evening, like Jarvis. Happy New Year, Trev.
Happy New Year.
Mankini free stew. Absolutely, is correct. I have moved into a discreet shop. I can't divulge what that is. Trev, keep it on the down low, my old mate. Jamie Wayne. They did Mark Munich, a bit like the Scousers do it as well, or have done. It's all bad news.
Um, we have been gifted 15 memberships this show. We have received 1, 2, 3, 4 super chats, 3 from Bilal and 1 from Grace. Thank you so much for all the lovely donations and you know, the support of the channel. And you know, there's so much knowledge in this room, you know. But I will end the show. I know you are in you need to end the show quickly. We have a couple of minutes left, but this one comes in from Simba. It was a question that came in like an hour ago. Are you guys concerned about Baleba's dip in form? I think it's a red flag.
I'm not. When we played Brighton, if you remember, Jarvis, earlier on in the season, and everybody ripped Baleba, and I said I saw a lot of good about the guy, and I've still seen a lot of good about the guy, but he is nowhere near the fucking Baleba we saw last season.
No.
I don't think it's a red flag. No. I think when he gets to United, if he comes to United, Zimba, I think you're going to see a solid Baleba. Yes, I still like him. His positional sense, or tries to get his positional play better. I think for us, he will be a solid acquisition. He has looked slightly better in the AFCON. I'll agree with that, Yabba. Yeah, I will agree with that.
And then Danny B comes in and say, if INEOS are serious, we getting Baleba after AFCON.
I think Danny B's right. I think Danny B's right. I think you're absolutely right, Danny B. If we've, you know, it's already been reported we're trying to do the deal. Let's get it fucking done. Like I said, Brennan Johnson, Crystal Palace, didn't piss about. Got the go-ahead. Do you want to come? Yes, thank you. There you go. The end.
Yeah.
You can be done. These deals can be done. And I think Jarvis is right. I mean, Jarvis has said, we believe that we've already got a deal in place for him. So I think we should really 100% push for him now. No fucking about. Get him in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we should try. But you know, the reports comes from Brighton now. They're not selling him until 2027. They're not bulging on the asking price. All of this, you know, it's looks like a hard deal to do. But I believe Baleba and Man United have an agreement between closed doors. But we will see in time. Pegasaurus is after a Vindaloo. I love Vindaloo. That's
yeah. And the man, it looks like he is going back to Manchester City, Mr. Maresca, as Pep's number 2.
Yes,
that's what I'm hearing.
And Chelsea are going for the
Leroy Rossini, supposedly.
Lausanne coach. No,
Strasbourg coach.
Strasbourg coach.
Yeah, he's part of that club already. I think he goes. I think it's already a bit of a done deal. I think he knew what he was doing, Maresca, and he's probably got a bit of a payout, not a big one, but a payout. And he's going to pop up probably at City.
And also we have this from Jamie Wayne. I just want to answer that. So, Jarvis, what's your thoughts on no January signings? And you know, on the presser tonight with Rúben, he actually said it's not looking like we are working on any deals, and you know, it's a bit of a worry. You know, we are 2 days into the transfer window. We have injury problems and the AFCONs, and we know there's money available for players, but doesn't look like we are active in this window. And if someone comes in, I believe it will be if we can agree some kind of a loan deal for Gallagher. I don't know. It doesn't look good. And again, you know, not going back to the long INEOS Glazer debate, but they are not. They are not supporting the manager and the current project.
Jamie, I think it's a fucking disgrace if we don't do anything in January. I think it's a fucking disgrace, and we've got to. We are sitting 6th. If we sit, you know, top 4, top 5, top 6, you've got to do a push for Europe. You have to do a push for Europe. Yep. I don't give a fuck. We have to get that money. There's been some good questions.
But would it surprise you if you don't do anything?
No, it wouldn't surprise me, and that's the
No.
problem. But I have to tell you, Jamie, it would be bang out of order if he didn't. Yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it, Pegasaurus? I was laughing like a little child as well.
And you know, he has like a dinosaur in this emoji, also like a toy dinosaur. Looks like a Lego dinosaur.
Oh no, I think we did a better. Said, do you think Amorim is trying to get the City job as well? Rosmano says they've actually signed Pascal Gross.
Yes,
back, and I like.
Maybe we are looking at an option. You know, Gross coming in, Baleba.
Maybe to us, yeah. I think that's maybe what we're looking at. But
could we look at it as a big surprise in January?
What could do? Wendy's in the house. Wendy.
Big up, Wendy. Big up.
Amorim, and therefore don't want to spend the money to bring players in for his system. Yeah. Pegasaurus wants to know what everybody's favourite dinosaur is. That's a really good question, that is. What's your favourite dinosaur?
I like the one who, what's the guy, the big, he's like in rivers, he hunts. What's his name? What's the name?
Oh, he hunts in the rivers. Mine.
They have like a crocodile jaw.
Like, yes, I know what you mean. Yes, I don't know what it's called. Mine's a Velociraptor anyway. I like them. They're vicious. So mine's a Velociraptor. I do like a Velociraptor, yeah. Tyrannosaurus Rex. A Tyro. Yeah, it was Tyrannosaurus Rex. I like that. Jamie, I don't think he'll. Good question. I actually don't think he'll down tools Baleba. I think he wants to come. Baleba does. And I think he'll be okay for us. I've just got a feeling. I think he'll. I think he will. Mr. B says, "I've said this since day one. Amorim reminds me of a politician, charismatic, great with words, but also empty words and empty promises." That's a really good sum up, that pal. A really good sum up.
It's Spinosaur. I think that's the name. Spinosaur. I had to Google it. You know, it's my brain is.
Spinosaurus, yes.
Yeah, Spinosaurus, yeah.
Would you like to get Bilal's dinosaur up?
Where's Bilal?
It's a Lycosaurus. No, not that one. He did another one. Somebody did another one. Lycosaurus or Lycosaurus. That's it.
Lick a lot of
octopus.
Oh, you almost got me.
Oh, I know. That's why I went to like a octopus. I put octopus in there. So
you guys crack me up.
You crack me up as well. Absolutely.
You have Adam Partridge in the house coming in and say, "Big up, lads. You have a good Christmas. Happy New Year to you, lads." Yes, big up, Adam. Good to see you. I hope you're well. And also, I saw Tom Porter. He just landed in Manchester from, he left a comment before the show began.
Yeah, he
was on the airport in Madrid, going his way back. So, big up, Tom. I hope your flight went well.
I think we've got a new, before you wrap up, Francisco, Zaragoza, Downey, California, US. Welcome.
Oh, big up.
Yeah.
People from all over the world.
You can say, Jamie. Tyrannosaur my ass. Oh dear. The Lunasaur was good, didn't he? Oh God, it's they're off on one now, aren't they? Absolutely.
I'm not reading any of your dinosaur names now. You're not.
Let's go.
You're getting the channel. No wonder we are almost shadow banned all the time. No one gets a notification when we go live. It's because of our mouth. But Pegasaurus comes out and say, "Glad I brought some a smile to the show. Big up, big up."
You've done that. Yeah, you've done that. Yeah, absolutely brilliant.
You can do the last one from Sydney, and I think that will then we wrap up the show.
Shagadactyl. Shagadactyl.
We have a joke coming in from We Deserve Better, or is it a riddle? what do you call a dinosaur with one eye?
Do you think he saw us? Do you think he saw us? It's getting worse, guys. It's getting worse, guys. Oh, dear me. Dear me. Oh, God, here's Trevor Way with Dickosaurus.
Big up, Tom. Big up, Tom. Thank you, Jarvis. Good flight and straight through security mesh.
Oh,
the
superb.
security in Manchester is dreadful. You know, it takes hours. I'm used to the Norwegian airport, Gardermoen. If you've ever been to Gardermoen, it's like takes you less than 5 minutes and you're through.
Yes. Can you clear this up? Right, Jarvis, can you just clear this up? You know, like Stu has a potty mouth. I on the odd occasion I do, yeah. I'm okay to with comments with in them because I've not allowed some with profanity in them. Do we get
as long as it's playful and used in the right way?
Yeah, you can't use it with any kind of malice. And you can't use the C word or anything of those natures, which I hate anyway.
Yeah.
But mine's usually in a tirade of passion is when I use mine.
Yeah, but I'm always up for free speech. I think people should be able to express themselves the way they feel comfortable, but you know, keep it civilized, guys. That's just
I do like the capitals though. That's one way to get noticed. No, you're all good. You're all good.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they're all coming in now. Right, Jarvis, we better shut up. Shut up shop. Hey, we've got over 2 hours. Damn.
2 hours. Always be doing this. Go ceases. I had on my notes, Garner, Kone, Ugarte. We didn't mention Sega Kone going to
going on loan.
Yeah, to the Swiss league.
Lausanne?
Do you think that's the right move? Lausanne?
No, I don't think so. No.
Is that the league where you want to go to develop? Why not the Championship or Scottish League or
I would go to the
Spanish League, French League, whatever? Oh.
They're all coming in now. I effing love this show. DJ Super Vigo, don't effing start. Jarvis is up for free speech. Oh dear, swearing is shit. That's quite good, that one. I think before we get actually taken off air, Jarvis, might be an idea to.
Jale comes in with an update. Nothing is sure about Kone. There are over 10 clubs who want to loan him. Okay, that's good to hear because I'm not particularly happy by him going to the Swiss league. I think we need better quality. You know, we might as well go to Bodø/Glimt and play in the Norwegian league. And you know, that's like tier 4 when it comes to level. So, you know,
absolutely, Bodø/Glimt, he'd never get in that team.
Yeah, well, at least they are in the Champions League.
Exactly, he'd never get in the team.
And the other news that I was supposed to mention was Ugarte to Galatasaray or Galatasaray.
Yes, won't happen in January. So,
nah. But if you get someone in, let's say we get Gallagher in.
I don't see it. Not with the issues that we've had injury wise.
If it happens, it will happen in the end of January transfer window.
Either the end of January or he goes in the summer. Simple as. Yeah.
Okay. Guys, it's been a great show. 2 hours, 3 minutes. Let's just end on a high. It's been a great show. So many contributions, so many donations from you guys. Stu has been on fire tonight. You guys, the Devilish Tacticos, always so great. You always cheer me up. It's been a great show. Do us a favor after the show. You can go back and hype the show if that's available in your country. It's so important to get the YouTube algorithms to help us out. And smash the like. If this is your first time on the Tactical Devils, give us a subscribe and hit that bell notification. And you get all notifications, not just randoms, because then YouTube won't recommend us. So, you know, if you do that, you have done everything I ask. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, Ente Simba, Rush Mano coming in with Love United, Hate the Glazers.
Yes,
Big up, big up. Trevor Wade, Mr. B, I Am Titanium, Yabal, Jamie Wayne, We Deserve Better. All of you guys, Yalem Almin. You know, it's been a brilliant show, DJ Superfly Guy and the rest of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. And
that one. Oh, I can't believe you took
bring it up
off.
again. Sorry.
Oh, I can't believe you took it off. Oh, I've lost it now. Here we go.
Dinosaur by the name of Blow Me Back.
Blow my back.
I'm not going to.
We can't say that. We can't say it. But well done, Jamie. I like that one, pal. Absolutely. Anyway, yeah, enough's enough. Come on, let's wrap up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. Thank you, guys. See you on Sunday evening, and we will do the match reaction. Have a good weekend, and glory, Man United. Big up, and bye.